What's good, guys? I'm John the Chief, and for this video, it's gonna be on the best build for Fallout 76 survival mode. I call it the Vats God build because when you're using this, it is insane what you can do because you're dishing out so much damage in just a one bullet. It's insane. When you get a critical hit, the enemy is dropping. There is no surviving that. I haven't seen someone yet survive. I've been farming people. Just one critical shot is all I need to kill everybody. So, here is the build. These are all the perks that you need. There's actually going to be a link in the description down below, which is going to actually have the actual full setup. If you go to the site, it'll tell you exactly what you need, level by level, which perks you pick, all the special stats you need, because that is crucial to this build. You kind of want this, because if you do not have all the right perks, you're going to be dying fast, or you're not going to be dealing enough damage fast enough. This is entirely meant for PvP. It is not going to be the best for fighting like SCORCHBEAST queens and doing all the different stuff that you will get in the game, but it will be amazing for hunting down other players, which is the whole entire point of this. So just copy all the perks. The bread and butter though of this is Fireproof, Lone Wanderer, Tank Killer, and Blocker. Fireproof and Blocker, by having both of those, you're taking 55% of what you normally take in damage from melee attacks and explosive attacks. And most people are running explosive weapons or they're using melee weapons. There aren't many people that aren't using either or of those. So because of that, you're going to have a huge advantage because you're taking almost half the amount of damage just because of those perks. Then Lone Wanderer is going to give you more damage, damage resistance, I think AP regen, and it also, yeah, it gives you all of that. You're taking 20% less damage. And throughout this, you're going to see a theme is that this is all about getting as much damage resistance as possible by reducing it by a percentage, which is actually a big part because it will stack. And when you stack it all properly, you'll end up taking approximately like 10% of the damage you're supposed to be taking, which is ridiculous. So, anyways, those are the perks that you want to be looking for. Tank Killer is because you want armor penetration so you do full damage to the opponents, because a lot of people are going to be running armor or power armor and you want to be able to ignore it. That's what makes melee so powerful, is because of Incisor, which ignores 75% of your armor when they hit you with a melee weapon. You're going to want Tank Killer because we're using rifles, and that will ignore 36% of their armor. So, next up, mutations. You're going Adrenal Reaction because that's more damage at low health. You're going Speed Demon, faster reload speed and faster movement speed allows you to disengage from opponents, so that way if they're chasing you at a melee build, you can run away from them, and if they're running Speed Demon and you aren't, they're going to catch up to you and you're going to die. That's how games work. Speed is everything. So, Marsupial is for jumping. That is a big one because if you can jump higher, you can also get certain angles that you normally can't. If they are on low ground or high ground and they're peeping, you can punish them by just jumping, press Q to Vats them, and then just quickly shoot them. It'll be really fast with that way. So Marsupial is very good for getting those different types of vantage points. Next one, Eagle Eye, is because you're going to want Eagle Eye. That's more critical hit damage and perception, more accuracy in your Vats, and more damage, which critical hit damage is everything. If you looked at that build, there's a lot of critical hit damage that we're dealing. Then you're going to want Bird Bones because you want more agility, which gives you more action points, which means you can use Vats more. Scaly Skin because you want more damage resistance and energy resistance since you're actually going to be not running power armor. And then the last one is Grounded, which is just energy resistance. And this is all really important because you want as much damage resistance and energy resistance as possible without going overboard. Without actually like losing out on your Assassin's Armor. Because the next step is Assassin's Armor, which reduces the amount of damage you're taking from enemy players by 40%. So if you start adding all of this, since you're taking 60% of normal damage through Assassin's Armor, you're only taking 55% of normal damage from Blocker and Fireproof for explosives and melee weapons. Lone Wanderer is making so you take 80%, you pop Med-X's so you only take 75%, you're running all this stuff, you're going to end up taking 10% of normal damage and you can survive a lot of hits, which is really valuable. And if you can get strong enough Assassin's Armor, you can actually be taking low damage naturally. So unless they're running a lot of armor penetration and have huge damage numbers, you're going to be taking very little damage from your opponents, and you can survive a lot of hits. Meanwhile, they're going to be instant dying to your weapons. As you can see in this clip right here, I am 1v3ing most of the times, and I am doing a pretty good job at 1v3ing these enemies. Alright? I'm not even getting the bonuses of Lone Wanderer because I'm actually grouped up with a friend who's kind of taking up a lot of my caps that I'm earning for this. I'm trying to help him out, but I'm not even getting those bonuses, yet I'm still able to hold my ground this well with this build because I'm able to kill them that fast. Now, you also want, on your Assassin's Armor, is that you're going to want to have Ultra Light on it because that's more AP and also weighs less. Since you're going to be having next to no strength, you're going to want this extra carrying weight. You want it to be lighter, and also you want the extra 5 AP from each piece of gear. So that's also really important. Everything matters with this build. Now, if you could, on your gear, if you could get a major effect, which is increased action point refresh speed or increased agility, that is what you want. You would like it to be like 2 or 3 star weapons. If you have 3 star for your Assassin's Armor, you want the last one to be Sentinels, because if you have a full set of Sentinel armor that's also Assassins, you'll literally be immortal. You cannot get hurt by the opponents. You just take 0 damage from everything, basically. So, that is the big idea. You want to be doing that. For weapons, I recommend a handmade rifle. Now, this is your choice on the receiver. Since this is a Vats build that focuses heavily on critical hit damage, I like to run calibrated receiver or severe receivers on my weapons because that increases the critical hit multiplier that you're using. It goes from 2 to 3. And so that is what allows me to instantly kill these enemies that you're seeing me do in the game, because I just do so much extra damage. I think I did a calculation, and it goes upwards to 2,000 damage that I can deal with one shot from this rifle that I use. So that's a big one, and that is why I'm able to actually survive in this with just Vats, critical hit their body, boom. And then you use your other rifle, like a handmade, to help build your Vats fast enough, because the other rifles that you use probably for your critical hit final blows is not going to have a fast fire rate to actually build your crits. So you keep swapping weapons back and forth in order to actually build your crit, go to your one-shot kill weapon, you Vats crit them, and then keep repeating. Alright, and that's basically it for the video, guys. Hope all of you guys enjoyed. This is my favorite survival mode build. I think this is going to be amazing for when survival mode comes out. I'm super excited for when it comes out on March 26th. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope all of you guys enjoyed, and have a great day.